up my Blazing Knights, it's me Phoenix and welcome to one of my first ever Precure videos on the channel. This video goes out to all Precure fans including some of my best friends. Also Star, if you're watching this, watch me work my Maho. You'll understand what that means. Today, we'll be going over my favorite yellow Precures from number 10 all the way up to number 1. 10 being my least favorite while number 1 is my all-time favorite of the bunch. Keep in mind, each list varies between person to person, so if your list isn't the same as mine, that's okay. Comment down below of your favorite yellow cure list, and I will definitely read it. I love reading the comments, and I cannot wait to see what you guys have in store for me. But without further ado, let's blaze into action! Coming in at number 10 is Amamiya Elna, aka Cure Soleil of the Star Sprinkle Precure team. This is the most recent Precure season to date. Elna is our first unique looking cure because she's actually half Brazilian on her dad's side. Not only does she speak Japanese, but she also speaks Brazilian. Out of all the cures on this list, she's our only yellow cure whose element is based around fire, being that she is the son of the team and the son of her town. So it's not a good idea to get on her bad side. In this season so far, she has actually been shown to be very emotionally frail when it comes to people's smile, only holding it second to protecting the universe, just like the rest of her team. So a very unique cure. She's very positive and very bright. The only reason she's not higher on this list is because other cures are higher on this list, and they have shown their worth more than Elna has. She has not had too many episodes to develop her character and give her more depth, so sorry Elna fans, she is number 10. Coming in at number 9 is Katsugana Urara, aka Cure Lemonade of the Yes Precure 5 team. Being one of our first cures to be a celebrity, she starts off with an interesting character that I found more interesting as the season continues. We know for a fact that she is an aspiring young actress who takes her job as an actress very serious. Because of her busy lifestyle, she really didn't have time for friends when she began her new school, until she met Nozomi, who became her first friend, and not her last because she becomes friends with her entire team. She's a very positive person, and she's very energetic when it comes to pretty much anything. We also see her transition from not only being an actress to also being a singer halfway through Yes Precure 5 and onward to Yes Precure 5 Go-Go, the sequel season. This adds more depth with her character, and even with this, there's still more. Even though she is a very cheerful person, her mother has passed away. Even with knowing this information, she still doesn't let it get her down. She's more energetic and she loves having fun with her friends. I love this character for how positive she is. One of the reasons I love this character is that her attacks aren't really an attack. She has an attack called the Prism Chain that she can use to tap her enemies and beat herself, or she can have the other cures beat with their attacks. Really, I love Urara as a character, and I think if I go back into Yes Precure 5 and Yes Precure 5 Go-Go, I would love Urara even more now, just after doing this video. But as of right now, she is at number 9. Sorry Urara, I still love you as a character. Coming in at number 8, we have Yamabuki Inori, aka Cure Pine of the Fresh Precure team. One thing that separates her from her team is that she's the most gentle and kind of her entire team, which is a big contrast to how passionate Love is, to how sociable Miki is, and to how awesome Setsuna is. Her dream is to become a veterinarian like her mom and dad, and thanks to an ace up her sleeve, she'll probably become one of the best veterinarians ever. Thanks to being a Precure and taking care of Chiffon, she was able to unlock the ability to talk with animals, thanks to her link run too, which in being a veterinarian is quite useful to know what ails the animals. That's one thing that I like about Fresh. The link runs gave them unique abilities. In one episode, the greatest feat of her talking to animals is when she saved a cruise ship full of animals, including a white tiger, off of the ship before it crashed into the shore, almost injuring all of the animals intact. All the animals were saved, by the way, which is awesome because that white tiger was cool. But in all honesty, she's not a unique cure. The reason why she's so low but able to surpass Urara and Elna is that she's she got the ability to talk to animals. That's why she's so high on the list, but still so low. So sorry, Pure Pine fans. I love her too. Just wish they actually gave her more development. But Pure Pine is at number 8. Coming in at number 7, we have Shirabi Ako, aka Cure Muse of the sweet Pretty Cure team. Ultimately the youngest yellow Cure on the list, she is definitely the smartest when it comes to the Pretty Cure's abilities, being able to teach Melody and Rhythm how to use their powers, and even giving them guidance along the way. She has been our first real red herring Pretty Cure, having her suit and her face masked, hiding her true identity from pretty much anybody. Even the villains were a little bit confused about who she was, because she wasn't really on anyone's side. She wasn't on the Cure side or the villain side. She was on her own side, and she really didn't talk. Actually, the person doing the talking was her fairy tone, which honestly was really cool when I watched the series. It made us question, who was Cure Muse? Was it Seren? No, it wasn't, because she became Cure Beat. That was until episode 35 when she revealed herself, and we finally get to look at her Cure outfit and her face and find out that she's pretty much the youngest Cure ever. She is also our first Pretty Cure to be a princess, being the daughter of Aphrodite and Mephisto, the king and queen of Majorland. I find this character very interesting than all the rest because, for one, she's our first Cure to keep us guessing about who her identity is. And honestly, I loved trying to figure out who it was because, again, she was masked. We really couldn't see her face. And she looked as tall as Melody and Rhythm. So it could have been. So it kind of forgotten that, oh, she's not a middle schooler, so she could have been a high schooler, if anything. So I'm glad that I picked Ako to be my 7th favorite. Coming in number 6 is Kageyake Homari, aka Cure Etalar, of the Hagato Pretty Cure team. Out of all the Cures on this list, Homari is the only one on this list that suffers trauma. When she was little, she was a very talented ice skater. That was until she performed a jump that ended up injuring her leg. This caused her to feel afraid of the ice, and in doing so, she stopped skating. That was until she once again jumped towards her dream, figuratively and literally, and became Cure Etalar. She returned to the ice after becoming Cure Etalar. Aside from most Cures on the list, she is incredibly tough on the outside, which leads to most people at the beginning of the series to believe she was a delinquent. But after meeting her and talking with her, they find out she's pretty sweet, and she has a soft side for cute animals and cute babies. Yeah, that's right, she likes babies just like everybody else. As Cure Etalar, her attacks are all star themed. Both attacks are used to weaken the opponent in question, but she can also use them to ride. You can also ride on her attacks, which is honestly very impressive. I want to say her attacks are very impressive looking, but nowhere near the physical capabilities of defeating the enemy as a whole. Which is why she's not low on this list, but not as high as our top 5 contenders. Coming in number 5, we have Amanagawa Kirida, aka Cure Twinkle, of the Go Princess Pretty Cure team. Despite the fact that she's aiming to be a model that reaches for the stars, pun intended, her favorite snacks are actually donuts. So this is actually a nice quirk that I like about her character. She's a model, but she loves to eat donuts. I find this incredibly interesting and incredibly quirky because in certain episodes she's willing to drop everything to go get some donuts. So I like this character. With being a princess of the stars, her attacks are more versatile than other princess Pretty Cures, not only as offensive attacks, but also as defensive attacks too. She can use her attacks to block attacks, and also use them to ride on them as well. So I find that incredibly awesome. She also gives her all towards everything she does, towards being a model and towards being a Precure. Even she even gave up her dreams to be a full-on Precure like the others, which I find that incredibly interesting because her dream was more important than being a Precure. Even her friends were honestly saying that she needs to be a model again. So this is honestly very interesting. All around, Kirita is by far one of my top 5 favorite cures. She's a very in-depth character. She's not the typical model that you see on TV. She's not. She loves to be with others. She loves to actually snack on donuts. She even loves to give her all towards everything she does. Even taking her modeling so serious. And even her, not even just her modeling, just giving up her dreams, her modeling dreams to be a full-on Precure to take down Dice Spear. I love this. I think it's interesting. Was this the right voice for her? Absolutely not. I would have wanted her to continue being a model. But this is why I like Kirita. She's such an interesting cure. Coming at number 4 on our list, we have Amara Yuko, aka Cure Honey, of the Happiness Charge Precure team. I know somebody's gonna be happy that she's high on this list. I just know. And there's a good reason why she's high on this list. She's one of the only cures to use singing as a weapon. When she sings a Happy Rice love song, not only are her allies healed and powered up, but the bad guys aren't able to do anything but dance along to the song. Her voice is that beautiful that she can sing a song and the bad guys will dance to it. That is awesome. I honestly love it. That's the reason why she's so high on this list. Out of all the yellow cures on this list, she's the only one to nurse a villain back to health. So this is one of the later episodes, but she ends up nursing one of the more powerful bad guys, Phantom, back to health. And the others were a little scared that he would just go and attack Yuko when he was healed. Which he didn't, actually. In fact, he actually left and said, "Thank you for healing me and thank you for the rice." Which this overjoyed Yuko. The biggest smile she had on her face in the entire season as a whole. But going on to her weapon. As for her weapon, she uses a baton unlike the others who uses the pre-brace and the shining tambourine. She uses a baton that can also turn into a whip to swing enemies around, and maracas that can help stun enemies when shaken. So, Yuko is definitely one of my top 5 favorite cures. I love her whole idea that she wants to make everybody happy through their stomachs, which you can easily do that. That's the whole message of Happiness Charge. Try to share the happiness of the world. Try to make the whole world happy, and I love that. I love Yuko, and that's why she's so high up on this list. Even though I know a certain someone who is happy that she's high on this list. Coming in number 3 on our list, we have Arisagara Homari, aka Cure Custard, of the Cure Precure Alamo team. What makes her a bit different is that she's the first yellow to join her team as a second member rather than a third. When the yellow cure is introduced, they are usually introduced as a third member rather than a second one, because second spot is always held down by a red or a blue cure. So, yeah, step up for Homari. The Cure Precure Alamo team are all given animal-like abilities, and Homari is not an exception. Her ability is to run incredibly fast like a squirrel, which it helps out in battles because the enemies can't catch you, not unless they catch that big tail. So Homari is actually one of our introverted cures because as a kid, she was interested in sweets to a point where she shared her information with the class, and not a lot of people was interested, so she usually kept to herself and kept her nose in the book. That was until she met Ichika, and they both bonded over their love of making pudding, which kind of got her out of her shell. As the series progressed, we saw her slowly come out of her shell, and we start to see some really good character development, to a point where she broke out of her shell and she became a sweets chemist. That's honestly why I love Homari. She has by far the best development in her series, and I think she's just a very cute character. So congratulations, Amari, you made it on my list. Coming in at number 2 on our list, we have Miyodowin Itsuki, aka Cure Sunshine, of the Heartcat Pretty Cure team. Itsuki is the only Cure on this list that has some martial arts training. Since she was little, she practiced the Miyodowin style from her grandfather in order to keep this style alive. It was originally supposed to be her older brother, but because her older brother has a weak body, he was unable to actually practice this to the full capabilities of the style. This is also why she cross-dresses as a boy in order to keep this style alive. Even though Itsuki loves cute things like stuffed animals and cute dresses. As Cure Sunshine, her powers not only work as offensive attacks but as defensive shields, being able to knock back opponents and protect her allies. Well, she is more of the protector of the group, even though she can still fight a monster with ease, by the way. Her powers just work differently from the other Cures of her team. An impressive feat of her still being a new Cure, but still being able to hold her own, is being back when the Heart Tree was attacked by Dark Precure. She was able to hold back Dark Precure long enough for her fairy to put up a shield and send the Heart Tree off somewhere else where the desert apostles could not find it. So Sunshine is definitely one of the heavy hitters. Even though she's not really a heavy hitter, her attacks are very powerful. And I feel like this is not only from her being a Pretty Cure, but also being able to use different styles of the Miyodowin style, which is why she's up high on this list. However, she didn't make it to the number 1 spot. Who's number 1? We'll get to that, but first we have to get into honorable mentions. Coming in our honorable mentions is Yotsuba Alice, aka Cure Rosetta of the Doki Doki Pretty Cure team, and Kujo Hikari, aka Shiny Luminous of the Futariwa Pretty Cure Max Heart team. The reason I have these two as honorable mentions is that Alice herself doesn't really develop a lot in the story as much as other Cures on this list. Even she doesn't really develop that much in the story of Doki Doki. Not say as much as Mana or Rika or Makoto or Guri or even Regina as well. She's really the bottom of the barrel when it came to development, and she is an impressive character that I really want to know more about. As for Hikari, it doesn't mean I didn't like her, it's just the fact that I have a video planned around her that I want to be the main focus. Don't worry, Hikari fans, I love her too, but she'll be back in a later video. As for our number 1 spot, most likely you would have guessed it if you know me very, very well. But our number 1 spot, drum roll please. Coming in number 1 on our list, we have Kaisha Yoi, aka Cure Peace of the Smile Pretty Cure team. I know some of you Pretty Cure fans are excited to see her as my number 1 pick. And can you blame me? Just look at her. She is too adorable. One of the reasons I love Smile is because of Yayoi's great character development. She has the most noticeable character development of the entire season. She goes from such a shy character to a strong and dependable ally for her team. She is a shy girl with a very big heart, who was easily hurt, even shedding a tear. But as you see her slowly develop as the season progressed, you slowly see her grow and come out of her shell and be more outgoing like Miyuki. One of the things that I like about Yayoi is that she has the most electrifying powers, being the only yellow Cure on this list that have lightning and thunder powers. One of my favorite attacks is the Peace Thunder Hurricane, an upgraded version of the Peace Thunder, her signature move. It's a very devastating attack that she used against Akaoni. It didn't destroy him, or purify him, I should say, but it knocked him back. It's a very devastating attack that if she used it on a Akambi, it probably would have been destroyed. Another thing that I like about Yayoi is that she is so obsessed with superheroes. She, like me, is also in love with superheroes. I love superheroes, I love DC, I love Marvel, I love Power Rangers, just like Yayoi. She loves Super Sentai and Kamen Rider. She even has a Kamen Rider alarm clock, she has a Kamen Rider figurine, she has a Megazord, she has a lot of Power Ranger, Super Sentai, Kamen Rider memorabilia. and I feel like this definitely speaks for her character. This looks good on her character. She dreams to become a manga artist, even making her own hero called Miracle Peace, a character she made when she was younger, but she really took full advantage of that when she got older for a manga contest, which she actually won. All in all, I love Yayoi's character. I think she's such a cute and adorable, loving character. And if you love Yayoi, then that's totally fine. She's an awesome character that anybody would come to love her if they met her in real life. So Yayoi, thank you for being my #1 pick of the best Yellow Cure ever. And with that being said, that is my top 10 Yellow Cure video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Again, if you don't like my list, comment down below about your favorite Yellow Cures, and I'm going to read them all. I love reading the comments, and I cannot wait to see what you guys have in store for me down below. But with that being said, I hope you guys do enjoy. Be sure to leave this video a like if you liked the video. Add to your favorites if you really liked it. Want to see more Scorching Out videos from this channel? Subscribe. I make videos weekly or daily depending on my schedule. Have any requests for reactions whatsoever? Leave a link to that video down below. Make sure it's not less than 30 seconds long and I will definitely react to it. Help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and you will get a special video from yours truly. We are almost there, folks. We are only under 200 subscribers away from getting there. So let's keep it up. And there will be more videos like this in the future. With that being said, I hope you all enjoy. Stay tuned for more videos, and remember, many hearts never part. Later, my BLAZIN Knights. Phoenix, BLAZIN OUT!